was in Smart's facilities since 1989 to 2004. I was terminated in 2007 during the civil rights hearings after I filed complaints about the harassment with the Civil Rights Commission. Smart did nothing to end the harassment and in fact was complicit in it. Rather than comply with the Civil Rights Commission's recommendations, Smart chose to engage in a long and expensive legal battle. The Civil Rights Commission's ordered its final order on May 21st, 2012. This is what the commission said. And I'm reading this from the actual commission's report. It's dated, October 13, 2011, opinion and order. Excuse me for a second. The ruling. The Michigan Civil Rights Commission rules that the claimant has presented facts sufficient to establish that respondent violated the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act and the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 by discriminating against him on the basis of his national origin. Claimant was subjected to unwelcome conduct or communication involving his protective status. The record reflects the communication and conduct claimant was subjected to involved his protective status as noted in Section 2 above and was unwelcome. If the communication or conduct were not unwelcome, claimant would not have complained to the respondent's management initially or the Michigan Department of Civil Rights ultimately. The unwelcome conduct was intended to substantially interfere with claimant's employment, and in fact did interfere with claimant's employment. Claimant has established respondent superior. The commission finds that the claimant has established that respondent either knew or should have known of the unwelcome communication and conduct, and that respondent failed to take appropriate corrective action. As the hearing officer noted, and as the testimony revealed, claimant immediate supervision were aware of the communication and conduct because claimant either made direct complaints to his supervisors or the communication occurred in the presence of supervisors. Additionally, respondent's human resource director, Thomas Lacombe, who could have reported properly be described as upper management, was aware of the communication and conduct of which claimant complained. Even if the respondent did not have direct knowledge of the complaints, which the commission finds it did, the respondent should have known of the communication and conduct because the record shows that ethnic intimidation permeated respondent's workplace through posters, cartoons, and language. Respondent's attempts to address claimant's complaints were feeble and terribly ineffective at correcting the problem. Respondent did allow the MDCR to perform diversity training to address claimant's complaints. However, the record reflects that employees were publicly discouraged from attending the training. Without the full support of the respondent, Smart, and its employees, the training was ineffective and unwelcome conduct and communication continued. Conclusion. The Michigan Department of Civil Rights Commission rules that the claimant has presented facts sufficient to establish that respondent violated the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act and Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 by discriminating against him on the basis of his national origin. Again, rather than comply with the Commission's orders, Smart continued to spend large amounts of taxpayers' money on legal fees in an appeal trying to avoid its responsibilities. This has been going on for over 10 years. Statutory interest was awarded dating back to June 2004 when the complaint was filed and is still accruing today. I understand that you might not want to comment on this litigation in progress, but the public has a right to know just how much you have spent on legal fees over the last 10 years defending the indefensible. You can't defend this. And how much more you are planning to spend and how many more appeals.
Mr. Barrett,
My hope...
You're coming on 5 minutes. Can you begin kind of wrapping it up?
Sure can.
Thank you.
I want to make it clear that when I first reported this to this Smart's management and to the board repeatedly, this could have been resolved easily without anything being harmed and money spent that could have been used for public transportation. But rather than spending it and doing the right thing, you chose to ignore it, thumb your nose at the Civil Rights Commission, the commission that's upheld by the state of Michigan to uphold, that has the authority, and you're still thumbing your nose at them. People need money for transportation. They're not giving this money to you to spend on legal fees to defend discrimination. Think about what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else here who has interest in public comment? No. This gentleman is en route. Eugene is next.
Thomas Zarafa, you have my name misspelled on your